So, Tesla. For most, Tesla means electric cars. But in 2024, that's just the beginning. Tesla is a technology and AI powerhouse orchestrated by Elon Musk, aiming to redefine not just cars but energy, factories, and work itself. In this video, we'll dive into the 5 key industries Tesla is set to disrupt by 2030. Let's start with the one they're already dominating. Alright, first up, the legacy automakers. Legacy automakers built empires on the internal combustion engine, complex, entrenched, and slow to change. Tesla started fresh, designing cars as computers on wheels, optimizing batteries, software, and manufacturing. While others play catch-up, Tesla controls the entire stack, pushing costs down and performance up. That's a lead that's hard to beat. The real disruption isn't just electric powertrains, it's Tesla's bet on AI and vision-based full self-driving. While others use LiDAR, Tesla relies on cameras and neural nets, solving autonomy like a human. Every Tesla becomes a node, collecting data, making the fleet smarter. This could turn cars from depreciating assets into revenue-generating upgradable platforms. That's a shift legacy automakers may never catch. Finally, let's talk about how they're built. Because the disruption isn't just in the product, it's in the process. The phrase Elon Musk uses is that the machine that builds the machine is the real product. Tesla is treating the factory itself as a piece of technology to be iterated upon and optimized, just like their cars or their software. This is a profound shift from the traditional automotive mindset, which has largely relied on the same fundamental assembly line principles for decades with only incremental improvements. Take the concept of the gigacasting, for example. Instead of stamping and welding dozens or even hundreds of individual metal parts to create the front and rear underbody of a car, Tesla is using enormous casting machines, the size of a small house, to stamp out the entire section as a single piece. This drastically reduces the complexity of the factory floor, eliminates hundreds of robots, simplifies the supply chain, and makes the final product lighter, stronger, and cheaper to produce. It's a manufacturing breakthrough that other automakers are now scrambling to replicate. This obsession with manufacturing efficiency is visible everywhere. From the structural battery pack, where the battery cells themselves become part of the car's frame, to the unboxed assembly process they're planning for their next-generation vehicle, which would see different parts of the car built in parallel and then brought together at the end. An industry analyst from Morgan Stanley noted, Tesla's manufacturing advantage is so significant that it could ultimately be the sole survivor among a sea of EV startups and legacy OEMs. That's a powerful statement. So when you put it all together, the lead in EV technology, the massive bet on a data-driven AI approach with FSD, and a fundamental revolution in manufacturing efficiency, you see a three-pronged attack on the very foundations of the traditional auto industry. It's not just about selling more electric cars, it's about creating a product that is cheaper to build, smarter in its operation, and has the potential to completely change the economic equation of ownership. For legacy automakers, this isn't just a competitor, it's an existential threat. Alright, so if Tesla fundamentally changes the car, what happens to the industries built around how we use cars today? Alright, so if Tesla fundamentally changes the car, what happens to the industries built around how we use cars today? That brings us to our second major disruption: ride-sharing companies like Uber and Lyft. For the past decade, these companies have completely transformed urban mobility. They've built incredibly sophisticated software platforms to connect riders with drivers, creating a massive on-demand transportation network. But their entire business model has one huge, unavoidable, and very expensive component: the human driver. The driver is the single biggest cost in the ride-sharing equation. They need to be paid, they have limited hours they can work, and they represent the majority of the fare you pay. The holy grail for this industry has always been autonomy. The ability to remove the driver from the car would slash the cost of a ride to a fraction of what it is today, making it potentially cheaper than owning a car yourself. Companies like Uber and Google's Waymo have poured billions into developing their own autonomous systems, but it's a slow, expensive process, requiring specialized vehicles and sensors. This is where Tesla's strategy becomes so incredibly powerful. They aren't trying to build a small, specialized fleet of a few thousand robotaxis. They are aiming to turn every FSD-capable Tesla they've ever sold, and every one they will sell, into a potential robotaxi. The plan, as Elon has laid it out, is for owners to be able to add their car to a Tesla-run ride-hailing network, with the tap of a button on their phone. When you're at work or sleeping, your car could be out driving itself, picking up passengers and earning you money. This is a fundamentally different approach. It's decentralized, it scales almost infinitely with every new car sold, and it leverages the capital of individual owners rather than the company itself. Tesla wouldn't need to own and maintain a massive fleet of vehicles, it would simply operate the network, the software, and take a cut of the revenue, similar to how Apple runs the App Store. The sheer scale of this potential network is staggering and could materialize far faster than a traditional, centrally owned fleet ever could. The key to this entire vision is cost. If a Tesla robotaxi can operate at a significantly lower cost per mile than a human-driven Uber or Lyft, the market will flip, and it will flip fast. Let's break down the economics. A typical rideshare fare covers the driver's time, fuel or charging, insurance, and the depreciation and maintenance of the vehicle. By removing the driver, you eliminate the single largest expense. The cost of a ride drops to just the electricity, insurance, and the amortization of the car's value. Elon Musk has projected that the cost to the consumer for a robotaxi ride could be less than a bus ticket. He said, the fundamental utility of the vehicle will increase by a factor of 5. Think about that. A car that is typically used for maybe 1 or 2 hours a day, sitting idle for the other 22, could instead be utilized for 10 or 12 hours a day. This dramatically changes the return on investment for the owner. It makes the car not just a mode of transport, but a productive asset. This creates a powerful incentive for people to buy a Tesla and add it to the network. It also creates a powerful incentive for riders to switch. If a ride across town in a Tesla robotaxi costs $3, while the same ride in an Uber costs $15, the choice becomes pretty obvious for a huge segment of the population. This isn't about a slightly better app or a cleaner car, this is a fundamental disruption of the price structure that underpins the entire ride-hailing industry. Of course, this is all contingent on one massive if, the successful rollout of unsupervised full self-driving. This is the technological hurdle that everything else depends on. But with the announcement of a dedicated robotaxi unveil and the constant improvements to the FSD beta, Tesla is signaling that they believe they are on the cusp of cracking this problem. If they do, the economic tipping point won't be a gradual shift. It will be a sudden and dramatic event that could leave existing ride-sharing giants in a very difficult position. So what does this mean for Uber and Lyft? Their core strength is their network effect. They have millions of riders and millions of drivers. A rider opens the app because they know a driver will be nearby, and a driver opens the app because they know a rider will be looking for a trip. It's a classic two-sided market. But Tesla's approach attacks this network from a completely different angle, by creating an entirely new type of supplier, the autonomous car owner. Imagine the day unsupervised FSD is approved. Suddenly there could be millions of potential robotaxis available to be switched on. Tesla wouldn't need to recruit drivers or convince them to work. The drivers are already there, embedded in the cars themselves. The supply side of the network could materialize almost overnight, at a scale that would have taken Uber a decade to build. An analyst at RK Invest put it this way: Tesla's autonomous platform could be the most impactful innovation to come out of the automotive industry in a century. This puts existing ride-sharing companies in an incredibly tough spot. Their options are limited. They could try to partner with Tesla, effectively becoming a client on Tesla's network, but that would mean giving up control and a huge chunk of their revenue. They could try to accelerate their own autonomous vehicle programs, but they are years and billions of dollars behind, and they don't have the data-gathering fleet that Tesla has. Or, they could try to compete on price, which would be nearly impossible against a network with no labor costs. Ultimately, the battle for the future of mobility might not be between Uber and Lyft, but between a human-driven network and an autonomous one. If Tesla can deliver on its robotaxi promise, it won't just be competing with ride-sharing companies, it will be offering a fundamentally different and dramatically cheaper service. It's a classic case of disruptive innovation, where a new technology doesn't just improve upon the old one, but makes it obsolete. The transition will be complex and full of regulatory hurdles, but the disruptive potential is undeniable. Alright, so we've talked about how Tesla is fundamentally changing the way we move, both in the cars we own and the ones we'll summon. What powers our homes is changing. Tesla isn't just making cars, it's redefining energy itself. Their mission? Accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. The Tesla solar roof turns every roof into a power plant. Beautiful, integrated, and efficient. This isn't just about saving money. It's about future-proofing your home and changing how we power the world. Generating your own power with solar is a huge step. But what about when the sun goes down? That's where Tesla's Powerwall comes in. It stores excess solar energy for use anytime, giving you true energy independence and backup during outages. With thousands of homes connected, Powerwalls form a virtual power plant, stabilizing the grid and earning homeowners money. Tesla isn't just decentralizing energy with home Powerwalls. It's disrupting the grid from the top down with Megapack. Megapack is a utility-scale battery, replacing traditional power plants and stabilizing the grid. Deployed worldwide, these battery farms store renewable energy and release it when needed. Tesla's tech is outcompeting fossil fuel plants, cleaner, faster, and more efficient. It's a quiet revolution, but it's happening right now. So, alright. Tesla's ambition goes beyond cars and energy. Enter Optimus, their humanoid robot, powered by the same AI that drives their cars. Unlike clumsy robots of the past, Optimus is designed to work alongside humans, handling repetitive or dangerous tasks in Tesla's factories. It's a bold vision, robots and humans collaborating, boosting productivity, and transforming manufacturing. For Tesla, this is just the beginning of a new frontier in robotics. The real disruption comes when Optimus hits the mass market. If Tesla can deliver a capable humanoid robot for under $20,000, the economic impact could be massive. Industries like logistics, agriculture, and manufacturing could be transformed by fleets of adaptable robots. Instead of overhauling facilities, companies could incrementally add robots, scaling as needed. The Holy Grail is a general-purpose robot. If Tesla cracks this, it could reshape the global economy. Is Optimus the next Iron Man? Not quite, no flying suits yet. But the real story is about a human-centric, AI-powered assistant for your home. Imagine a robot that helps with chores, cooking, and daily life, just by asking. Hey Optimus, can you grab me a drink? That's the vision. If Tesla succeeds, Optimus could change our relationship with technology, and society itself. Alright, so we've covered cars, ride-sharing, energy, and humanoid robots. All of Tesla's ambitious projects, cars, robots, energy, are powered by AI. To train their massive neural networks, Tesla built Dojo, a custom supercomputer designed for speed and efficiency. Unlike others who rent cloud time, Tesla controls the entire stack, hardware, chips, and software. Dojo could give Tesla a huge edge in the AI race, and maybe even become a new business. Dojo trains Tesla's AI in the data center, but inside the car or robot, a different chip takes over. That's inference, using the trained model to make real-time decisions. Tesla's custom AI chip powers full self-driving and the Optimus robot. This vertical integration gives Tesla a unique edge in high-performance AI hardware. Is Tesla's AI work really a threat to NVIDIA? Not directly. NVIDIA's reach is vast, while Tesla's focus is its own products. But Tesla is building a closed ecosystem, collecting data, processing it on Dojo, deploying AI on its own chips. If successful, this model could force others to rethink reliance on NVIDIA, positioning Tesla as a true AI-first company. Tesla isn't just a car company. It's rewriting the rules across electric vehicles, energy, robotics, and AI, pushing boundaries with vertical integration and relentless innovation. The road ahead is challenging, but betting against Tesla has never been wise. They're not just building cars, they're building the future. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.